Peter, on the podcast, we talk about a lot of our successes, achievements. Let's share, or would you mind share some of your mistakes or some of the struggles that you've had over the last 15 years? Yeah, share one of your biggest mistakes that our audience can learn from.
I could start with my. I had a list for today. You have to be a little more specific with these struggles. Okay, I have two pieces of advice, one concrete and a clear mistake, a business mistake, and I have one mindset mistake. Let me start with a mindset mistake. I think people can get tunnel vision on, there were multiple times when business goals got in the way of life events that I should have been part of. And I learned my lesson. I don't make that mistake anymore, but there are times when certain life events were sacrificed so that, because I felt this responsibility to the business to keep it growing. And, there's a Billy Joel song, Vienna, Vienna is waiting for you, right? Like you can take the phone off the line and, you can afford a day or two. And it's really good advice because when you're so locked in to getting to that 100th episode in yours, when you're almost at this revenue mark, when you're almost at the subscription mark, you're so absorbed into this. And you really think that the business needs you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you find yourself in that state, that's not good because the business doesn't need you. And if it's there, then you definitely need to revisit your earlier question about building a team. Because, a business is you're supposed to have a life outside of this. And the main reason to do this is so you could do the business longer. Because if you don't have a life, you're going to burn out. So that's one mindset mistake, a little bit deeper. A concrete mistake was many years ago, I decided to, this idea of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs often think, Jan, or I often think I could do something better than someone else. So I see something and I'm like, I could do that better. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, I have to give you, you're putting me on the spot now, but,
So yeah, my kids were learning phonics, and I was like, I could write better phonics books than the phonics books out there. And so I took about a year out of my time, and I wrote like 70 phonics books and another 16 kids books, and we created this whole kids guided reading product, and it was really cool. And I mean, we tried to originally contact a publisher and license the books from them, but it was taking too long. So I'm like, I'll just make them myself. So I mean, it's like the epitome of arrogance, perhaps. But so anyway, we executed them, and it was really fun. And I have this product, but the sales did not justify the investment in the product. In the end, we managed to adapt it to language learning. So we actually have we adapted these books, and it worked out okay in the end. But the product by itself was not a sound business decision. And it was kind of shocking in a way that the first time, a lot of times when you do things, you're willing your way to a victory, right? With this podcast, you willed your way to this 100th episode. You willed your way to getting the site up. You willed your way to this inner circle, and it's powerful. But man, sometimes you will your way and it doesn't work out. So that was very humbling.